Paul Ngole Aboyi is one of the people seeking to contest the NRM party's parliamentary primaries. He picked nomination forms this morning at the NRM Secretariat in Kampala. Ngole works for an NGO in Moroto district. He intends to unseat Dr. John Baptist Loki in Matheniko County. He will contest with 4 others in the NRM primaries for the seat.
My constituency is one of those oldest constituencies in Karamoja so far, but it has stood out to be one of the most poorest and the most illiterate.
This morning we allowed those who were in the bank but who could not be served yesterday. The seat must read 31st July.
The crowded contest in Matheniko presents a snapshot of what the NRM should expect in its primaries. Up to this morning, the party had registered 1,750 MPs vying for 238 constituencies, 570 women contesting for women parliamentary seats, and 410 LC5 chairpersons in the race. These numbers mean that there will be an average of 7 candidates vying for parliamentary seats in the 238 counties across the country. Uganda has 112 district women representatives, and with the 570 forms picked, there will be an average of 5 candidates in the NRM primaries. The chairman of the NRM Electoral Commission, Dr. Tanga Odoi, attributes the high number of contestants to the party's democratic credentials.
Was not simply to tap money, but also to give a scope to the political arena that we are going to have these players. How thin are we? How strong are we in the whole country?
Western Uganda leads with 450 contenders, followed by Eastern Uganda with 300. A career as a Ugandan legislator has turned out to be very attractive, going by the number of people who picked nomination forms in the NRM fold.
If you are an engineer or a doctor, you are not going to earn anything near 10% of an MP. It is incredible because in this country, qualifications and professionalism are not highly respected.
A Ugandan MP earns on average of 15 million shillings a month.
There are those who think parliament is the only way to go. Let me tell you my suggestion. If you reduce the parliamentary fee payment per month to 10 million, you'll get the real MPs.
Dr. Makara also says the large number of contestants does not necessarily reflect the level of democracy in the country.
So ideologically, this country is really empty, if you want to say. So people are not joining politics because they have a conviction. They are joining politics because they are looking for a job. And those who are already there don't want to go because they are already in the job.
Each of those who picked the NRM forms paid 2 million shillings. With the high turnout recorded in the NRM, it means you'll have more candidates to choose in the NRM primaries. And also this means there will be more candidates in next year's elections. But there's a possibility that the elections will be more polarized than before. NRM election rules bar candidates who lose in primaries from contesting as independents.
Well, I will abide by the laws. I will go and sit, find another way. I'm studied, I'm educated.
However, with the high turnout, there will definitely be dissenting voices who may decide to defy the party.
Now, I think we shall have less independence, if they are to be there. Because right now, we are acquainting ourselves with the problem. We are going to meet them in the field.
People can cross, first of all, the other parties, the opposition parties, and have positions. But also they can stand as independents by declaring themselves as non-members of NRM.
Majority of the 43 independent MPs in Parliament are NRM leaning. Most of them contested against party candidates after they lost in the 2010 NRM party primaries. Overall, 1,270 candidates vied for directly elected positions in 2011, and 443 contested for district women seats. The opposition fielded fewer candidates in 2011. However, they are yet to start the nomination exercises. At the current rate, there is a high possibility of having more candidates and independents in next year's elections.